Welcome to the Cosmetic Podcast.
This podcast amplifies the topics you want to hear about.
Cosmetic means being a person or thing that gives rise to a phenomenon that is dynamic or energizing.
Globally minded and locally focused.
I'm Rodrigo Ross.
I'm Keith Benson.
So today we are talking about, are we still here?
What does that mean?
So I don't know if you remember a couple of years ago, there is like this movie, or even most parents can relate to this whole concept, are we there yet, right?
Ice Cube, right?
Right.
Yes.
And so this whole road trip thing, and you've only driven like 47 feet, and the kids asking you, are we there yet? Are we there yet? But now we kind of have the reverse going on. Are we still here? This idea of family time. This extended family time thing. Yikes.
Family time. So I am talking to folks who have school-age kids, and these are good people too. These are good people.
Good people.
But the same thing continues to come up, like my kids.
Yes, with that tone, right? Like a couple of weeks ago, like, oh, my babies.
Yeah.
My sweet potatoes.
And so we're asking these parents now to like, hey, you have to become the teacher.
Yes, on top of working remotely, on top of now you're also the cook. I promise you, I have not ever cooked this much in my entire life.
Well, I had this one parent, master's degree, smart lady. And she has a kindergartner.
Wow.
And she is struggling
Wow.
with helping her child.
So forget about being smarter than a fifth grader. We can't even be smarter than a kindergartner now.
Times are tight.
Oh, it is terrible. This whole blessing and curse of this extended family time is really stressful. It really is stressful.
Well, you say that. Now, I recall one time we were on a conference call and, you had some choice words for your children.
Well, I thought I was on mute. Let's just say that. First of all, I did.
And we're going to pretend we're not going to repeat.
I appreciate that.
Okay, so we're going to move on, though, anyway, though.
Because I wear too many hats in the house now. Before, I could compartmentalize, right? Like when I was in the house, I was mom, I was fun mom, I try not to bring work home. Now I'm work mom, I'm fun mom, I'm disciplinarian mom.
That's a whole
crazy mom.
lot of hats to be wearing right there.
My head is not that big. It's just, now is not the time.
Okay.
Now is not the time.
So family time.
Yeah.
So we broke out this game, this awesome game. It's all catchphrase.
Uh-oh.
And catchphrase has all these different topics and all these things. The way you play it is that you can say anything for your teammate to be able to guess what the answer is.
Uh-oh.
So it was my wife and I versus my son and daughter. I finally figured out why, what I've been paying for all these years in the way of education, because these two are just so smart that they just said, like, the sky's blue. Oh, Meryl Streep. Like,
what?
How you get that answer?
Wow.
I was like, I don't know if they cheating or they smart.
Well, at least you can play family games.
Okay.
So in my house, my kids play sports, and so they are very competitive. And so any family game that we play is ultimately going to end up in probably a brawl or something, because they get so competitive and they want to change the rules while we're playing, and picking teams is like the NBA draft. Like, I just, by the time we finally get to playing a game, I'm exhausted and I don't want to play anymore.
So are you the last one picked in the house when it comes?
Well, I mean...
So
I'm smart though. I am.
But
sometimes I just say I'm going to be the banker in Monopoly to just take the pressure off of everybody. I don't got to play. I'll just be the banker.
So your poor kids won't let you... Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to change the tone of our conversation here. So, but one of the challenges is that with teens, this whole part of social distancing, do they really understand what that means?
They don't. Let me stop you right there.
Okay.
They don't. Because there is this framework and this physiological school of thought that teenagers' brains aren't fully developed, and I think I'm really coming to believe that, because the things that they think are okay sometimes, it's like, well, Ma, I know like 700 people, but only 699 of them are here, and so technically that's not all of my friends What? No. They do not get social distancing. They have these superhuman complexes, which I love about being a teenager. I love about my teens, right? They think they have these superhuman strengths, but they don't, and they can be vulnerable. And so they think that sometimes this stuff doesn't apply to them. And, full transparency, I try to shelter them a little bit because I don't want them to be nervous, and I don't want them to be inundated. But sometimes you just have to tell them the whole truth so they can understand why you're being so extreme, especially now.
And, teens think they're invincible anyway. So Dr. David Anderson, he's a clinical psychologist with the Child Mind Institute, says that parents are reporting a lot of pushback when teens are told they can't go out and get together with their friends.
It's true.
So I know you've had some experiences with that.
Well, so the first step was I took the car keys, and because I do have a master's degree, I felt like I was fine. That should end it. I didn't think they had another set of car keys. And so it got to the point where I literally took the battery out of my daughter's car to make sure that they didn't go anywhere. And I hated to be that mom, but I'm fine. I will be that mom.
So by chance, did they switch batteries from the other car?
Well, I noticed later that my car keys was missing, and so clearly I am not as smart as I thought I was.
So we kids they get this probably some level of frustration that they can't be with their friends, and that has to create a lot of angst around.
Does.
So family time is cool and everything, but I would imagine hanging out with the friends are probably just a little bit better.
Yeah, and this is definitely that time for adolescents when friends kind of trump everything else on their hierarchy. I mean, even in the best of times, friends play a critical role in the lives of teenagers. And when that is abruptly just taken away from them, they definitely have some struggles and some challenges with that.
So one thought is that, having this direct conversation with the teenagers so that they can express themselves. So Dr. Rachel Bussmann with the Child Mind Institute, she says that having these conversations with kids, again, from a long-term standpoint, and also just to be able to deal with them in the moment, to have these direct conversations about, hey, what are you really experiencing right now? And then here's what's going on. But that also takes sitting back and listening to them also.
So I think Dr. Bussmann just saved my entire family. So my daughter is the resident DJ, right? So at any given time, there will be some type of musical selection blaring through the house. And there is this one song lately that is just heavy on repeat. And basically, the song is this dude talking to another young lady who asked him, does he miss her? And he said, well, you have to go away so that I can miss you.
Oh.
Now that Dr. Bussmann has said that, I'm trying to wonder if my daughter is trying to give us subliminal messages like, I need for y'all to go away so I can miss you.
So your daughter's a freshman.
She's a sophomore.
Sophomore. And my daughter is a freshman, and both in college. And I asked my daughter the other day when we went to clean out her dorm, I said, what's that, baby girl? I said, how was your freshman year? So tell me about your freshman year. And, I'm excited just because I want to hear, hey, I did this, I did that. And then she was like, what you mean, what freshman year?
Oh, well.
It got cut short.
Well.
And I was like, that aha moment came in there to say like, wow.
It's true.
One of these critical moments, these memories that we remember for a lifetime. Yeah. And she has to remember this experience right here.
Yeah, and I'm one of those parents that, if you look on social media, you see lots of stuff trending now with people who have seniors. So my son is a senior in high school. So he missed the prom, he missed athletic banquets, he missed that springtime of your senior year where you are the big man on campus and everyone's looking up to you, and teachers are giving you all kind of leeway and you just feel like the whole world is opening up to you. There is no graduation. And I'm telling you, my son, he is the greatest of all time. This kid is taking this with so much stride. I've set up these times where we're going to have these conversations and I'm going to be so empathetic. And he was like, "Ma, I get it. It's not your fault. It's fine. I'm going to do so many amazing things. There'll be other times." And I was like, that boy is just like me. He's amazing.
Well, there's probably some other ways, but your son is an athlete.
Yeah.
And so I had the opportunity to get a full ride for football when I was in school.
Yeah.
And one of my highlights was
You had highlights?
I had a full scholarship for athletics. And yourself?
Did they ran out of other people?
Did you?
I was a scholar.
You were a scholar.
I wasn't an athlete.
Right.
I was a cheerleader.
I'm glad you admitted that you were not an athlete. And
I was a cheerleader. That counts.
Yes, cheerleaders are athletes. Yes.
I didn't go to school. Nobody wanted to pay for me to go to school to do that.
But at the height that you're at, you probably,
I was at the bottom of the pyramid.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but your son didn't get to visit the colleges.
Oh.
And he had some lined up.
He did. Now, for as well as he took the other stuff, that was the breaking point for him. Like the fact that he couldn't go on those recruitment visits and see the campuses and, meet the other players face to face. That was the breaking point for him. For as much as he could take the rest of the stuff with stride, I think he felt like that chapter was ending and, that was closing behind him. This thing, it seems like it put a chair in front of this door that's trying to open for him.
But what was the outcome of all that, though?
Well,
talk to us now. Come on.
Even though he still didn't go on his visits, that baby still got his full ride scholarship signed on the line. My number 2 kid on a full ride, 2 down, 1 to go. I'm so excited I'm getting shoes.
So that means you're going to get you another pair of shoes.
Indeed.
Because you ain't got to write that $50,000 check.
I sure did. Baby girl did it 2 years ago, and now my son is doing it. He is signing to go to school, full ride, playing basketball. So that's 2 down, 1 to go. That last one, though, y'all pray for me. I don't know.
That's all right. Hey, we're going to celebrate the moment right now.
Okay, that's what we're going to do.
Yeah. That's so exciting right there. So that's
so
one less check that you have to write.
That's more shoes.
All right.
I'm excited.
Just shoot that. So here's the deal, though. We got to take advantage of some of this time that we have right now. And so one of those key things that is an idea that families can do, they can create this family bucket list.
A family bucket list. Okay.
And so with the family bucket list, what you can do is you get a jar, and then everybody gets a few strips of paper. And so with that paper, everybody writes up there, some type of idea or project that they would like to accomplish.
Something that you can do at home.
Right. Either as an individual or collectively as a family. Okay. So some ideas was like, what about handwriting a family love letter to someone?
Oh.
That could be to grandma, that could be to grandpa, maybe auntie.
I love that idea.
Everybody everybody has a favorite cousin that they hang out with or a favorite auntie.
Yep.
And so everybody picks out someone to write a letter. Because I know when I go to the mailbox right now, all I get is either bills or junk mail.
Or other bills.
Yeah. So I would love to receive just handwritten letter.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that idea. I do. Some of the other things that they could do is plant a garden, right? So get outside, plant some stuff, watch it grow, plant something that you love to eat.
Because you do have time on your hand in order to watch something to grow right now.
Well, you can literally just look at it and watch it grow.
So I know every spring, right, exactly. Every spring I know my wife, she likes to get in the spring cleaning. So one of the things I had put on my bucket list was to wash the windows outside. And this weekend, man, I got me some of that Windex stuff and got my water hose. I had to get a brand new water hose.
Wow, that's exciting.
Yeah, hey. Look, I am checking off the bucket list.
I'm trying to get some projects in my house too, but nobody won't help me.
See, that's why you got to create this family bucket list.
I'm going home and do that.
And
I'm going to put it in a bucket list.
This keeps everybody accountable here.
I'm going to do that because I want to get stuff painted and stuff moved and the garage, the things we could do in the garage.
Just if you had time.
I love it.
Are we still here?
We're still here, and we're going to be here for the foreseeable future.
And so some of those things, though, from a YMCA standpoint, if you got that extra time, is like, what about a family workout together?
Yes.
And one way you can do that
I'm not working out with my kids, though. They're athletes. They're not going to embarrass me.
Yeah, you might want to try yoga then. Like, that puts everybody on the even playing field.
I think they take that, too.
Huh?
I think they do that, too.
Well, that's fine, though, because that's just, you got to stretch out a little bit.
I might lock up.
Well, I'm not here to talk about all that.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about how to make sure that you get some family time together.
Yes.
Turn the lights out and everything is dim. You can do one of the meditation ones.
Yes.
So you can handle that.
That part I can handle.
Okay, we'll do that. And then, you got also the YMCA workouts you can go to virtually online.
Yes.
To be able to get some workouts.
Yep.
Les Mills has worked with the YMCAs across the country to be able to put a plan together for that.
Wow, and that's so much fun on your smart TV. You just pop it up if you have one, and everyone can work out together.
And so there's a lot of things that you can do in order to take advantage of this time right now, especially when we're talking about spending that time with family. So please take the time out to share some love with your family, spend some time with them, create some lists of things that you guys can do. But thank you for listening to Cosmetic,
where our conversations are
globally minded and locally focused.
Check us out at www.ymcadallas.org/cosmetic.
And as always,
stay dynamic,
stay energized,
stay cosmetic. Woo.